Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to practice. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. It's good to see you. I see a few folks are joining here. Hi, Facebook. Um, we are in the last week of working with Tara in our month of Tara in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple. And then on next Monday, we will begin working with Aphrodite, who is just, you know, I feel like our first 3 months of the year, saturating in the Dharma, gets us ready for all the rest of the arc of the year. So Aphrodite in April, Oshun in May, the Black Madonna in June, Baba Yaga in July, Isis in August, Magu in September, Hecate in October, Santa Muerte in November, and the Dear Mother in December. So now from here on, the rest of this year, it's going to go, 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 go. And it's going to be really exciting to bring to you each month unique forms. And for those who've been with the practice for a while, you know some of the prayers that we do and songs and things like that. For you who are new, it'll be fun to see how you like it. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Mary Beth. Good morning, Christy. Hi. We are going to today and the rest of this week, we are going to finish with the rest of the 21 Taras. So let's go ahead and dive in. Our candle finally, the one I've been using, finally went out for good yesterday. So now we will just live the rest of this week without that particular candle, and we'll start a new one next week. But let's just take a minute now and get into our presence of Tara. She is the one who helps. She springs into action. Her right foot is extended out into the world. Her hand is offering the gesture of assistance, and she is ready to leap into action in our human world. So we call on her through the month of March, and we're especially calling on her along with many other Dharma communities to, hi, Paris. We're calling on her with many other Dharma communities to ask for the end of the war in Ukraine. So let's allow that essence of Tara to come into us as we sing the song that we've been singing to her. I am here to manifest the wisdom that rests within. I am here to radiate my loving compassion into the world. I am here to gather the skill and the power to bless and empower all. I am here to manifest the wisdom that rests within. I am here to radiate my loving compassion into the world. I am here to gather the skill and the power to bless and empower all. I am here to manifest the wisdom that rests within. I am here to radiate my loving compassion into the world. I am here to gather the skill and the power to bless and empower all. And the prayer to manifest is Tara. The fundamental nature of my mind is pure. Within me is an inexhaustible source of love, wisdom, and power. The purpose of all spiritual practice is to reveal and make contact with this. When ignorance is removed, unlimited wisdom, compassion, and power arise. It is the mind's conditioning that limits understanding of who I am and what I can become. I will cleanse my mind of faults and develop beneficial qualities. This removes obstacles to my path and creates beneficial conditions. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all, I will strive to be my best, to manifest my enlightened potential, ever dedicated to benefiting all beings. I will think, speak, and act as Tara. So today, Tara is the transformer of poison. And this is the form of Tara who is, what is the name in Tibetan? There's, it's going to go, it's not in my head, but this form of Tara is like the peacock who can transform poison. Good morning, Jorge. And good morning, Heather. The peacock that can transmute poison. So when we see this particular form of Tara, it's the one who can actually destroy poison by taking it through herself. Praise her who holds the moon in her hand, a heavenly ocean reflecting the peaceful deer. She chants the syllables of Tare, Tare, Pe. With this blessing, all poisons are transformed. So we've talked about that syllable of pet before this month, and how it is a banishing syllable. It eliminates negativity. And so today we're going to be thinking about how through maybe, but in this, she's not kind of like a wrathful form, right? We've worked with some of the wrathful forms, Tara Jikje Chenmo. Gosh, this one is going to bother me that I can't remember her name right now. Tara, it's not going to come. Anyway, I'll look it up afterwards and get it for you. But anyway, she isn't banishing poison in a ferocious way. Remember when we talked about that syllable pit and how it could be pit, really pit, strong, or it could be more like pit, very soft. This is the soft form. This is the soft form of transmutation and transformation and banishing. It's not a harsh syllable. So in this practice of Tara, we don't need to today be out there like setting a boundary and being really firm and standing up and, being heard. We actually need today to just move through and dissolve obstacles, to dissolve the unenlightened conditions. And when we just kind of take them in, don't let them stay, we dissolve, we release. It's almost like yes, dissolve. It's almost like what we're doing is the practice of Tonglen, which is the giving and taking, where we breathe in all the suffering, pain, difficulty of others. We transmute it. We turn it into pure light because we're magical. We can do that. And then we send it out as light, as peace, as joy. So we take in someone's suffering. Maybe somebody's saying to you, "Oh, I'm really upset that like I'm in so much debt." I take your debt in, I transform it to wealth. I breathe out wealth to you. You have somebody who says, "Oh, I had a breakup and I'm so sad." I take in that suffering, that loneliness, that rejection, that sorrow. I dissolve it. I turn it into pure love. I breathe it out. I give it back to you. So we're transforming, transmuting the energy that we encounter in the world for the benefit of others. Now, as magicians, you might be wondering, well, if I do that though, like, won't their ick stick to me? No, it won't. And the reason that it won't is because the um, the karmic act of taking on someone else's burden for them automatically alleviates that sense of sticky, icky. It automatically transforms the energy. You are, by your own effort, your own goodness, your own good heart, you are taking that on, transmuting it. It doesn't stick to you, it doesn't hurt you, and you release goodness. And that goodness is for the other person, but that goodness is also part of you. So being clear, and Nim gave a little heart. And Nim, I saw how exciting that you're launching your healing practice. This is a great practice for a healer to be like, I'm literally removing this poison from you, and then I am going to transform it, and then I'm going to give you back pure light, energy, and presence. And when you do this, you are then the one who is capable of being, let's not go too far, but let's just say in this way you can be the Buddha for someone else. You're being the goddess for someone else. So it doesn't stick to you in a negative way. I thank you, Margot. Margot says, what a beautiful practice. Yes, and it ties in. Priestess Josai posted in our Sitting with the Dead group yesterday, both on Facebook and in the Goddess Temple app. She posted about the sin eaters who would take on that stigma of pain and suffering and sorrow from the dead and then transmute it. Although with the historical sin eaters, then sometimes they didn't get their due credit, but it seems like later on that was corrected. So that is our practice for today. When you see someone else suffering, you say, I will take this upon myself energetically, move it through me, the crucible of my body, the alchemical vessel of transmutation, and breathe out the pure joy, love, care, compassion, well being that I can offer. And I will do this because what is working in me and through me is my divine inherent Buddha nature, which we all have already. Even if you don't feel like you have it, you have it. So that divine essence that we each have. Okay, let's see what our card is for today. Today, oh, this is like so perfect. It's so great when the card just like lines right up and matches. This is the chakras and the four guardian angels calling upon the guardians of our psychic energy. And so you might recall from the last time we pulled this card for our divination that the chakras and four guardian angels were brought together in a custom painting that Laura Shanti, the author of Buddha Wisdom, Shakti, Power. That's the deck we're using. Laura Shanti did a commissioned piece to hang in the healing center of one of her clients. So now we have a little bit of that backstory, like a completely perfect match. In fact, there are centers in the body where energy moves like quicksilver. They are the places where we can shift the energetic state through touch, intention, or physical movement. These are called the chakras, meaning little vortex wheels. And they're also used, called like acupuncture centers. We talked about how in Tibetan the word would be korlo, but it's the same thing. And in Hinduism, in that tradition, there are 7 main chakras, although there are others, countless others actually, many others. In the Tibetan tradition, there are 5 main chakras. The grand river of our energy runs down the center front of the torso and then up the back, crisscrossing front to back through the major chakras on the center line and making them turn like water wheels. They are the crossroads of the psychic nervous system. Everyone has felt their chakras at one time or another, but it is the awareness of that fact that is the first step in learning to govern your energy. For example, when you have to stand up and give a speech, you might get a knot in your stomach. Then you're feeling your solar plexus chakra. Having your heart broken creates the sensation of a crushing physical pain in the center of the chest. That's the heart chakra, closing from feeling that loss of love. When you witness something special, like an amazing performance that strikes you to your core with wonder, your third eye, the spot between your eyebrows, might have a feeling of lightness. The symbols for the body chakras are rising up amidst this tree of life. 4 medallions representing the guardian archangels Uriel, Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael guard the energy system standing at the 4 corners. These great angels have their counterparts in Buddhism, known as the Herukas. All spiritual traditions alive today emerged at a time when people lived closer to the earth and were more aware of the subtle movements of energy, the beings in other dimensions, and the afterlife. Great archetypes have their counterpart in every culture. This painting was an illustration for a spiritual psychic healer, Carrie Ptolemy. She calls her work Realizing Your Potent Self. Ms. Ptolemy draws on her experience and what she sees around the chakra areas of her clients to help people grow and heal as individuals. So this was done as a commission for Carrie Ptolemy, and she does this type of psychic healing, and we're going to do this type of psychic healing today. So paying attention to especially where you perceive in your body when you feel someone else's energy. So sometimes you might feel someone's energy like sitting really, like when I'm doing readings for people, often I will feel it in my body, and that's how I know what's going on. So for example, if somebody comes and they have a heartache, sometimes it will feel like a tight band has gone around my chest and my shoulders, like pinning my arms down. Sometimes if I'm doing a reading for someone and they have, some kind of nervous, something they're anxious or nervous about, I will feel my stomach fluttering in response, or I will feel kind of like a prickle at the back of my neck. That kind of thing gives me a physical, I'll find it in my body. And that's one of the ways I know what's going on with my client. And in the most extreme case that I ever had, there was a client, I'm about to get ready for what I'm about to say. I had a client who was possessed by a demonic force. And within 10 minutes of starting that reading, I actually just had to say, I have to stop this reading right now. I closed the reading. I immediately went into the bathroom and threw up everywhere. It was like really vivid. And then I couldn't move for like an hour because it was so intense. That only ever happened once. That's not the norm. Usually I just will feel a little something like a little flutter or a little something, but that one was truly, truly serious. So pay attention to what your body says. Your body is actually your most um, instinctive and intuitive tool that you have. Your body, if you're in touch with what she's trying to tell you, will tell you what's going on and will give you a sense of where things are at. It's like your animal self really knows what's going on, and sometimes we spend a lot of time here when we're doing readings. We're like, "Oh, I'm right here. I'm trying to like figure it out." No, we don't have to figure it out. All we have to do is really listen deeply with the body first. The body will tell us kind of what's going on, and then we can use the brain. The mind can help us to come up with solutions. But the body is usually the instrument that will speak first about where the energies are at. So that's our short bit for today. If that's what you were here for, I hope that's useful and that today you'll listen to your sacred psychic body as it tries to give you information. Pay attention to which chakras are impacted when you're listening to someone, interacting with someone, thinking about a particular situation. Be willing to breathe it in, to just be like, "May I take this on myself for the benefit of this person? May I take this on myself?" And then you will take it onto yourself, transform it inside the crucible of your body, purifying and sending that energy out on the breath to whoever, needs it. Ideally the suffering person, but it could just be for the benefit of all beings if what you're transmuting is something significant in the collective. Happy transmuting. Let's dive into practice. We're going to start with 3 prostrations before the shrine of Guanyin. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention. Oh, I know, I'm so glad you're here, Paris. Today we're holding Paris, who is going through, she's got a health thing going on, and Mary Beth. And Paris's dog also has a health thing going on. Mary Beth, whose dog Nixie is coming to the end, and sending you so much love, Mary Beth. And we're also holding for Christina, who is undergoing some eye surgery today. So for it to go successfully and easily for her. And let's recite the Four Immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. And let's make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guanxi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxian Pusa, calling out to Guanyin and asking her to help us be awake to the suffering of others with the sensitive instruments of our bodies. Namo Guanxian Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxian Pusa. Namo Guanxian Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. 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 Namo Guanshin 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 Pusa. And our brief wind horse practice of Tara by Patrul Rinpoche. Lume choksum shidang jetsunma gyayum pakma drome jintu yi daki sisu peljornyan draknam yarnu dadang yarji soshindu kepar kache wangtang lungta nam nyampa soshing chatu gyawa long chije likbe lamdu drawa dang setting nime dadang den shi. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtong and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may good health, long life, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume choksum chidang jetsunma gyayum pakma drome jintuyi daki sisu pelchornyan draknam yarnu dadang yarji soshindu kepar kache wangtang lungta nam nyampa soshing chatu gyawa long chije lekpe lamdu drawa dang sering nime dadang denjur shi. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out the energy of what we are holding within to anyone who needs it, to Paris, to Mary Beth's dog Nixie, to Christina, to anyone who needs a little support today. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxi Pusa. And we close with bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And wishing you a really good day. Have a good one. Send out that light into the world, and we'll be back tomorrow.